I heard my own name break in half on her lips. Not soft, not loving, just sharp, dismissive, as if it carried no weight at all. I froze in the hallway, still holding the groceries, one bag beginning to tear at the bottom. The house was quiet except for her voice, drifting out from the half-closed kitchen door. I wasn't supposed to be home yet. I wasn't supposed to hear. But I did. He doesn't even notice. He's just safe. Comfortable. That's all my marriage is, security. Not love. The words slid into me like a blade, silent but brutal. My chest tightened. And for a second I thought maybe I'd misheard. Maybe she wasn't talking about me. Maybe. Then her laughter followed. Soft. Nervous. Another voice murmured back, male, low, and intimate in a way no stranger should sound in my house. The groceries hit the floor, apples rolling across the hardwood like scattered truths. I didn't push the door open. I didn't storm in. I stood there, every muscle pulled taut, waiting, listening, as if hearing more would somehow make it less real. Mark gives me everything I need, she continued. But he's not the one I want. Not anymore. Her words were steady. No hesitation. The kind of certainty that only comes after rehearsing it 100 times in your head. My mind flickered with images. The way she'd turned away from me in bed last week, muttering she was tired. The sudden increase in late work calls. The smile she'd given her phone before quickly setting it face down. Little red flags. Tiny shadows I'd ignored. And now, here was the darkness swallowing me whole. I wanted to walk in and demand answers. To slam my hands on the table and make her look me in the eye when she said those things. But instead I felt hollow. It was as if someone had scooped the insides out of me, leaving only the shell of a man who couldn't decide if he was angry, heartbroken, or just numb. The other voice spoke again, lower this time, too muffled for me to make out the words. But her reply was clear. Not yet. He doesn't know. And until then, I need things to look normal. Normal. That word snapped something inside me. I realized then. To her, my love, my faithfulness, my daily routines, all of it was just camouflage for her lies. I backed away quietly, the sound of my heartbeat louder than my footsteps. She didn't know I was there. Didn't know she'd just shattered the foundation of everything we'd built. I left the house without a word. The drive was a blur. Traffic lights, faces, buildings, they passed like ghosts. My hands gripped the wheel until my knuckles whitened, but my mind replayed her voice over and over. Safe. Comfortable. Not love. I thought of the nights we stayed up late planning our future. The trips we never took but promised we would. The little notes she used to leave in my lunch bag when we first married. Was that all a phase? Did she mean those things then? Or was I just a placeholder even back in those days? Anger would flare up, sudden and sharp, but then sink under waves of confusion and sorrow. Part of me still wanted to believe there was an explanation. Something, anything, that could make sense of the words I'd heard. But deep down I knew. The tone of her voice told me everything. Hours passed. I don't remember where I went. A park bench. A coffee shop where the cup grew cold in my hands. Everywhere, life went on. People laughed, argued, walked dogs, checked their phones. And I sat among them, invisible. A man whose world had been cut in two without anyone noticing. By evening I went back. The house glowed softly from the outside. Warm and ordinary, as if nothing inside it had changed. She greeted me at the door with a smile that almost looked real. You're home early. Early. My throat tightened at the word. If only she knew. I studied her face, the familiar curve of her mouth, the eyes I'd once trusted more than anything. Could she really stand there so calmly after saying what she'd said? Did guilt ever flicker across her features? Or was I blind to it all? I went for a drive, I said, setting down the now half-torn grocery bags I'd picked up from where they fell. Needed some air. She nodded, kissed my cheek lightly, then busied herself in the kitchen. Acting normal. Just like she promised him. For days I said nothing. I watched. I listened. Her phone always close. Excuses neat and tidy. Smiles carefully placed. Every touch between us felt rehearsed, every laugh hollow. And yet she thought I didn't notice. She thought I was still in the dark. Inside I was unraveling. Nights stretched long, filled with questions that gnawed at me. Should I confront her? Should I wait? Was leaving silently better than exploding loudly? But one truth burned brighter than the rest. The woman I loved didn't love me back. The breaking point came one rainy night. She was in the shower, her phone buzzing on the counter. A message lit up the screen. Soon. I can't wait any longer. I didn't need to see the name. I didn't need more proof. That was it. I didn't rage. I didn't scream. I packed a single bag, took my keys and walked out. No note. No confrontation. Nothing. Because sometimes silence is heavier than any words. Sometimes the absence of explanation is the loudest answer you can give. It's been weeks now. I still hear her voice in my head, clear as if she's standing behind me. Safe, comfortable, not love. I wonder if she ever turned around that night and noticed the groceries scattered on the floor. If she wondered how they got there. I wonder if she realizes yet that I heard. And sometimes I wonder if she ever truly loved me. Or if I was just the shadow she leaned on until the light shifted elsewhere. I left without a word. But every step away carried the weight of 1,000. And though she never saw me in that hallway, she'll feel my absence echo louder than anything I could have said.